So, fresh news, guys, is coming out for Prince Andrew. Where's Wally? Or should we say, where is Andrew? Because it looks like this man is hiding out in his lodge before he gets kicked out by none other than Kate Middleton. Hey guys, it's Murad Murali. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. The royal fury with Andrew continues as more information, more emails, more stuff, guys, is just basically being leaked in the past 24 hours. Leaked, released, Andrew used as a distraction, whatever you want to call it. It is an absolute tirade with what's happening to this man, and whilst the prince is denying everything, it really doesn't look good for him in any way, shape or form. We know that he lied in an infamous interview when he expressed that his relationship with Epstein ended much longer ago, because emails that have come out recently have proved otherwise. William and Kate, it's been revealed, want Andrew out before bonfire night. Now that means here in the UK, November 5th is when they do fireworks. They basically want him out before that. So, as far as I'm concerned, that's not long for Andrew to pack up his belongings and move to a much, small shack in the small area in the corner of the village. That's basically what they're asking for him to be done. William and Kate, especially Kate, furious. They want him gone. They want him gone. Now, it looks like it's also been reported that an interview with Virginia's ex-boyfriend and high school sweetheart, Tony Figueroa, has shed more light on her state of mind directly after sleeping with Andrew for the first time, and he states that Prince Andrew actually left Virginia Giuffre shaking in complete fear after they were intimate and after he basically R-worded her and essayed her. What did Andrew do to Virginia behind closed doors for her to be gripped with fear? I would imagine that this man is a nasty demonic entity behind closed doors with the permission of Ghislaine and Epstein, absolutely ran Virginia to a whole different eternity and treated her like absolute crap. Investigators from the Met Police have expedited their investigation and have actually quizzed Prince Andrew's former royal protection officer over claims that he was asked to basically dig up dirt on Virginia. Two Met Police officers reportedly visited the southeast London home of Andrew's ex-protection official a couple of days ago this week as part of this claim. Interesting that they're chasing this up. It really goes to show you that the police are beginning to take this quite seriously. And if they're chasing up and knocking on this man's door early on this week, I wouldn't be surprised when the day comes when they're going to be knocking on Prince Andrew's door. Because last time I checked, Queen Elizabeth is not alive anymore. This man cannot be protected by her, because what he would need to be doing is being in her vicinity. If Andrew, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe when it comes to royal protocols, is in the circumference of Queen Elizabeth, that man can physically not be arrested, not be indicted, not be taken, against his own will. You physically cannot do that when you're around Queen Elizabeth. And she, of course, knew this. He is promising not to come out with a Harry-style book, but I really don't think that you need to come out with a book, because if you came out with a rogue tell-all book, you would end up with your hands in cuffs, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of information there. Not only that, guys, but new documents have come to light as part of the Epstein files currently being reviewed by the US Congress, which show an email exchange where Andrew promised Epstein he would arrange a dinner with the attractive daughter of the former Australian PM. Reports say Epstein asked Andrew in an email, "Would you ask Catherine Keating if she would like to come for dinner with Woody Allen next week in New York?" To which the prince replied, "Will do." So, Prince Andrew was just an absolute dumb, belligerent toy for Epstein to basically get his hands over here in the royal network. Completely, an idiot. And, money was a good distractor because both him and Sarah Ferguson were broke. But Woody Allen's name has been dragged into this conversation once again when it comes to the emails, and that man has been known to be an absolute creep if you know the conversation of the director Woody Allen. But I can't even imagine what the daughter of the former Australian PM is feeling right now, that she could have been in the hands of these demons and it could have gone that way. And this is what Prince Andrew was doing. He wasn't just harming Virginia. It's been exposed in brand new email leaks that this man Andrew was running some kind of network scheme to try and lure in young individuals, young minors, young girls, young boys for Epstein and to please that man. Andrew was running an entire network of people. He had access. He was able to email and connect to them, and they were so bold that they thought that they could get away with this, that they could simply just email it to each other, and even though everything can be traced. So Andrew is a lot more sinister than a lot of people think. This man just does not have a soul connection to Virginia, and that was it, and he's ended the relationship. This man was actually he essentially was a recruiter for Epstein. Disastrous. This is why this man had to leave. You are a recruiter. You were bringing others in for this man. A recruiter. If you don't come out of that damn Royal Lodge by tonight and move to a shack, because that's what you deserve. Miss Keating, now 44, has confirmed Andrew fixed her a 2011 dinner with Epstein. There is no suggestion that Miss Keating was any part of or knew anything about any improper or illegal conduct by any of the associates. Prince Andrew, guys, is also being faced with the possibility that MPs could publicly debate his behaviour, and the fact that he lives in a 30-room mansion which he leases from the Crown Estate for a peppercorn rent. The government has so far declined to set aside time in the House of Commons to discuss Andrew's situation, as the royal family wishes Parliament to concentrate on important issues. The royal family are pushing that because they don't want this to become into Parliament, because then when you look into Andrew's finances, you're going to be looking to the royal family's finances. They don't want you to look into their finances because they basically take our tax-paying money. They don't do any work. They're all completely lazy, every single one of them. All their royal duties are complete facade, and they take our money when we should be giving our money to the doctors, to the nurses, to the teachers. With the cost of living crisis going up, inflation going up, what happens is our tax-paying money goes to the royal damn family. That's why they don't want this to stuff to over implode and go to Parliament. They want to get rid of Andrew, but they don't want to get themselves hit by the recall, and that's exactly what's going to happen. This should run to Parliament, drag their finances, expose them. We don't need a royal family in the UK because they do absolutely nothing. Oh, they bring in money for tourism. That's nothing in comparison to the fact that our tax-paying money is going to their new tea parties, their new decorations in the new homes. Like, we don't need any of that as far as I'm concerned. So, miss me with all of that nonsense. So, Andrew, things are developing, and they are developing fast. These were the top 5 to 6 updates that basically happened in the past 24 hours. And I just wanted to, go through all of this in less than 10 minutes. One of the updates is for the fact that, he lied in this interview that he did with Emily Matters, and I feel like we all know that, but it is intriguing to me that Kate wants this man out. Kate is not playing. Kate was like, you know what, I've gone through my whole social media storm. I've been dragged hell and back through everything. I don't need to be mentioned by being friends with you. I've already been through it enough. Do you understand? During the photo scandal and whatever the hell, and where she was and when she disappeared and we didn't see her, she doesn't want to deal with any of this anymore. So this is why her and William are like, listen, when we get to that throne, it needs to be perfection, perfection, perfection. So you need to get the hell out before bonfire. King Charles reportedly in a new report states that he's rattled. Of course he's rattled. They're all rattled. But who's not rattled? Who is, relishing and enjoying all of the Andrew downfall in the royal family, who's really loving everything going on, turning the page, enjoying every single update with, a glass of Chardonnay or rose. Camilla the rat. She is enjoying every single bit of this, as the Wicked Witch of the West is always going to be enjoying something like this, no matter whose downfall is happening in the royal family. If it makes her look better, or if nobody's speaking about her, she's going to be relishing in it completely. It makes Charles looks bad, but Camilla the rat, this works well for her because she's getting the lodge, she's getting the mansion, he's going to be kicked out. She's loving it because her man's the king right now. What a royal mess. Let me know what thoughts are, guys, when it comes to this video. Do subscribe to the channel, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. It's just one click to subscribe. That's all you guys have to do. It goes a long way. Subscribe, click that button. It's just one click. Send a tip if you guys wish to. So much is happening. Stay on top. Comment down below, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.